there are certainly many projects that have come out like in the last bear market, even throughout this bull market, that I really like the looks of as fundamental projects, but the tokenomics are quite terrible, like to put it harshly, or just quite like they give you nothing to incentivize you to want to be interested in them. So they're more so just on the watch list as really strong projects. So in that bucket, I would put things like Athena, even Ondo, like those sort of ones that are hitting probably year 2, year 3 of their life cycle, but they're in the midst of like significant like token unlocks that are going to recipients, like stakeholders, investors who have like obviously like bought them or received them at a much lower cost. So only naturally they would sell them. So they're ones I'm keeping an eye on, like definitely long term. One project that is really like I've continued to get more interested in like lately is Hyperliquid. And again, that's just, we talk about fundamentals. So, word gets thrown around a lot, but things like product market fit, continued growth of like adoption metrics, like key user metrics, how much of that is incentivized growth. So things like, just picture like companies like Uber, like remember when Uber came out and they subsidized a lot of the fees and it was so cheap. But that was often like incentivized growth. So
what is Hyperliquid in
Hyperliquid is essentially a place where you can trade like with leverage fully on chain. So I guess one of the bumps they may run into eventually like is KYC, so they don't have any KYC practices, which is certainly I suppose a something that's like I'm keeping an eye on that they may run into, but ultimately they're trying to build like a fully a permissionless exchange that anyone can just go on and trade like with leverage. That's their bread and butter, with the team having a background in that area. They've expanded late last year to spot, so they're just buying like spot Bitcoin and ETH, buying and selling, and they're expanding more into like Solana like in the coming months. But there's more I can say on that, but that's one that has, in terms of just like fees and fundamentals, they've like really clearly just continued to go from strength to strength, which in this market, which has been quite choppy even in 2024, there weren't many altcoins that had that sustained growth. Sure, they're like flash in the pan sort of projects, but Hyperliquid's one where I can clearly see 2025 even into 2026 like a clear sort of like phase where they can continue to grow.